Welcome to Recap King. In this video, we will explain Love 020. This movie tells the story of two popular college students who fell in love through an online game. Let's unfold their love story in the game and their real life in Love 020. Love 020 begins by showing a computer major student named Wei Wei who is focusing on playing online games in her campus dormitory. A power outage forced her to leave her room and rush to pedal her bicycle to the nearest internet cafe to continue her game. Wei Wei almost ran into another cyclist when she was about to reach her destination in such a hurry. Luckily, an accident was avoided and she arrived at the internet cafe unharmed. Wei Wei immediately resumed the game that had been delayed. The fantasy genre RPG that she plays is a game that is currently popular. All players can fight with each other, interact, even have a marriage relationship in the game. One of the internet cafe visitors, who was also playing the same game as her, then asked for help from the people who were at the cafe to help him defeat the enemy attacks that overwhelmed him. Because of a high sense of solidarity, Wei Wei and all the internet cafe visitors, most of whom were her classmates, tried to help the young man beat his opponent. Unexpectedly, Nai, the player who was ranked number 1 in the world, also helped them. Suddenly they screamed with joy because they got help from the mysterious legend. Wei Wei herself is actually quite reliable in the game because she is ranked 7th. In the game, her character interacts with a male character, Wuxing, who becomes her husband. Wuxing decided to end their marital relationship. Wei Wei then agreed because she thought that marriage was also just a game. The next day, while on campus, Wei Wei received bad news from her friends. Apparently, a journalist wrote an article about her who was rumored to be a mistress of a wealthy businessman. The article had spread widely on campus and made everyone think she was indeed a mistress. After finding out that the article's author was a student at her campus, she went to him and revealed to everyone that the news written in the article was not true. Wei Wei explained that the woman standing next to the luxury car in the photo was indeed her. However, the person in the car was not a man, but a wealthy single mother who asked her to teach her son English and maths. After explaining the misunderstanding, Wei Wei went and asked the article's author not to haphazardly make news that had not been confirmed. While resting with her friends, a handsome young man named Xiao Nai, the most popular student in school, passed by them with his friends. Xiao Nai is also in the same department as Wei Wei, but the two don't know each other. Because of his popularity, not a few women expressed their love for Xiao Nai and openly volunteered to be his girlfriend, even though he always rejected them. In the afternoon, Wei Wei re-entered the game and saw that Wuxing had married Yixiao, another player who was predicted to be the most beautiful player in real life. Due to a small incident, Wei Wei accidentally messes up Wuxing and Yixiao's wedding, but she managed to overcome it by turning the attention of the other players to her. After that, the world number 1 player, Yixiao, approached Wei Wei and asked her to marry him. Not only that, Yixiao also promised a grand wedding celebration. Wei Wei was very surprised and didn't think that the legendary number 1 player asked her to marry just like that. However, Wei Wei still considers it just a game. Because soon there will be a fight competition between husband and wife in the game, Wei Wei immediately agreed to marry Yixiao. In real life, Yixiao is a character belonging to Xiao Nai, the most popular student on campus, who is also a game expert. Wei Wei then told about Yixiao's proposal to her friends. They were very curious about the world number 1 player who suddenly asked Wei Wei to marry. However, Wei Wei doesn't seem to care much about Yixiao's figure in the real world, because most importantly for her, their in-game marriage will bring a lot of benefits to both of them. Long story short, Wei Wei and Yixiao finally officially became husband and wife, and their wedding party became a topic of conversation for the other players because it was held so grandly that it made Wuxing and Yixiao's luxurious wedding look ordinary. In the evening, Wei Wei is visited by Cao Guang, a student who once wrote a hoax article about herself being the mistress of a rich man. Cao Guang apparently fell in love with Wei Wei after she firmly denied the news that he wrote and revealed the facts behind it. Cao Guang came to her in the computer faculty building and expressed his love for her. Even though Wei Wei had politely rejected him, Cao Guang still urged Wei Wei to be his girlfriend and started to make her feel uncomfortable. Because of Cao Guang's attitude that kept pushing her, Wei Wei was forced to lie that she already loved someone else. Wei Wei said that she had feelings for Xiao Nai, who was her senior in the computer department. Unbeknownst to her, Xiao Nai happens to be behind her. When she realized that Xiao Nai was actually there and listened to everything, she suddenly became embarrassed. She immediately rushed out. After the incident on campus, Wei Wei re-entered the game to participate in the war between the factions. Wei Wei, who was still affiliated with the Wuxing faction, received a notification from Yixiao that the war was cancelled, so she didn't have to appear. Turns out it was Yixiao's ploy to frame Wei Wei. Wuxing, who was the leader of the Blue Sea Waves faction, thought Wei Wei had betrayed the faction. Wei Wei, who could not defend herself because everyone considered her a traitor, then decided to leave the Blue Sea Waves faction. On the other hand, Xiao Nai and his friends are developing a game they call City of Lingdong. One of China's best game developer companies has expressed interest in the City of Lingdong game, which is still in the completion stage. Xiao Nai and his friends began to work hard to perfect the game to convince the company to invest in their game. Before going home, Xiao Nai received a notification that his wife had been branded a traitor to the Blue Sea Waves faction and became the talk of the chat world. Xiao Nai and his friends then investigate what really happened and find out that Wei Wei has been framed by someone from the faction. Xiao Nai, who does not accept that his wife is considered a traitor, then challenges Wuxiang, the Blue Sea Waves faction leader who is also Wei Wei's ex-husband, to a duel with him openly. Suddenly, the fight between Yixiao, Wei Wei's husband, and Wuxiang, Wei Wei's ex-husband, became the topic of conversation for all game players, including Wei Wei, who was very surprised to hear the news about the fight and went online using the computer in the campus library. Not only Wei Wei, Xiao Nai has also been in the library to do his battles in the game. Likewise, Cao Guang turned out to be a player who played the Wuxiang character in the game. Xiao Nai quietly observed Wei Wei, who was using the computer in the row in front of him. He looked at her warmly, as if he had feelings for her. Yixiao, who was the strongest player, could easily defeat Wuxiang. After winning the battle, Yixiao took Wei Wei to a secret place in the game that was only accessible to players ranked in the world's top 5. However, because Wei Wei was Yixiao's wife, she was able to visit this beautiful place. Long story short, as their marriage relationship becomes more intimate in the game, Xiao Nai and Wei Wei begin to feel the seeds of love. Wei Wei, who previously thought their marriage was just a game, is now starting to feel a romantic bond with the player behind Yixiao's character. They then participated in the battle of husband and wife and managed to advance to the final round. Xiao Nai then told Wei Wei that he would make a presentation in real life and promised to meet her in front of the NPC gate before the match started. In the afternoon, Xiao Nai and his friends presented their game in front of investors. Xiao Nai managed to convince investors to fund the development of the City of Lingdong game, and they agreed to discuss the contract at the next meeting. That night, before being able to take part in the final match, Xiao Nai had a minor accident which caused him to be unable to get online on time, until finally Yixiao and Wei Wei were disqualified in the husband and wife fight. Wei Wei was very worried because Yixiao didn't show up. She didn't mind the defeat of the battle, but she was very worried at the thought of Yixiao never returning to the online RPG game. Arriving at the dormitory, one of her friends reported that a player was trying to contact her in the game. After interacting with the player, who turns out to be Xiao Nai's friend, Wei Wei finally finds out that Yixiao in real life has had an accident that causes him to be unable to go online during the final match. After returning online, Xiao Nai and Wei Wei met in the game. Xiao Nai explains the situation that caused him to not participate in the final match and apologizes to her, but Wei Wei didn't mind this and was very relieved that everything was fine. Xiao Nai then invites Wei Wei to meet in the real world. Wei Wei then prepared herself by wearing clothes that she thought appropriate to meet her online husband for the first time. Wei Wei and Yixiao promised to meet at a bridge, but when she got there, she saw Xiao Nai from a distance, who also seemed to be waiting for someone. When he saw Wei Wei, Xiao Nai approached her and revealed that he was Yixiao, who had been Wei Wei's husband in the game. Xiao Nai then invites her to watch the last inter-faculty basketball game before winter break begins. Long story short, Xiao Nai looks pretty comfortable and confident when everyone's attention is focused on his sudden closeness to Wei Wei, unlike the case with Wei Wei, who still looks shy because she is now the center of attention of the entire campus. Wei Wei's friends think that she has been in a relationship with Xiao Nai for a long time, but keeps it a secret. In fact, Wei Wei has not known Xiao Nai for a long time, because so far, she has only known Xiao Nai as Yixiao. Wei Wei assumes that Xiao Nai deliberately approached and married her in the game because he wanted to gather team strength. However, Xiao Nai reveals that he deliberately married Wei Wei because he already knew Wei Wei's identity in the real world. Apparently he was the one she almost ran over when she rushed to the internet cafe. Out of curiosity, Xiao Nai followed Wei Wei and found out her RPG game skills. He immediately falls in love with her and decides to marry her in the game. Their relationship in the real world is getting closer, so Xiao Nai feels comfortable telling about his past, who likes to play games since childhood and has dreamed to make an exciting game and entertains many people. Xiao Nai then introduced Wei Wei to his friends, who were very surprised because Wei Wei was the real figure behind Xiao Nai's online wife, who they had thought of as a man because of her great fighting skills. When the holidays arrived, Wei Wei, who had already promised to return to her parents' house, was forced to leave Xiao Nai. Meanwhile, Xiao Nai and his friends held another meeting with investors who agreed to finance the city of Lingdong game development. However, it turned out that the game company had cheated by plagiarizing the city of Lingdong game. Xiao Nai and his friends were very angry and decided to cancel their agreement with the investor company. Xiao Nai returned to the campus dormitory harboring disappointment while his friends returned to their hometown. Xiao Nai's friends then told Wei Wei about the fraud carried out by investors through in-game chat. Finally, Wei Wei and Xiao Nai's friends decide to go back to campus to cheer up Xiao Nai, who only lives alone in the dorm because everyone has gone on vacation. Xiao Nai is very touched because of Wei Wei. He is increasingly convinced that she is his true love. Long story short, Xiao Nai got back up and felt confident to make a new game, which of course would be more interesting and exciting, with the help of Wei Wei and his friends. Creating and developing a game is not easy, but Xiao Nai and the others are not discouraged and continue to fight to make their dreams come true with the help of an internet cafe keeper who happens to be a very skilled programmer. After some time developing the beta version of a new game they called Young Game, Xiao Nai and his friends finally found a trusted investor who would fund Young Game to completion. 4 years later, Young Game was perfect and the full version was officially released. Xiao Nai, Wei Wei, and their friends succeeded in realizing their dreams thanks to hard work and support from many parties. Xiao Nai and Wei Wei then intend to hold their wedding in the real world. The film ends.